We're going to clear the air and make everything all good. Put my earphone on so I can see if our sound is working. How is everybody today? So we were on earlier, and when we're doing what we did was, we made Day of the Dead earrings. That was so fun. And we're back. I mean, part of what we're doing, sometimes you don't see us for a whole week. Today you see us twice. And do you know why we're doing so many things today? Do you guys have any idea why? Well, let me tell you. Our favorite intern is here. Shelby, girl, come wave hi.
Oh no.
She's so cute. She is our Shelby, and she is like learning how to set up, run the show, set up the stream. Shelby,
Oh, I didn't dress up for the camera.
you're so awesome,
Hi,
Shelby.
everybody. My hair is a mess.
No, you look super cute. And show them your
Thank you.
earring.
Yes. Oh my gosh, look at these.
That's a shell earring we're going to be doing a special with pretty soon and showing you how to decorate it.
They're so cute.
You're so cute. All right. So today we have a little project to show you. We had a friend named Kyle who came to the store. He's so cute. He beaded for the first time. He was making gifts. He's a assistant basketball coach, and some of the girls were graduating, and he was like, I'm gonna make them something custom. And so he had never strung before. He had never made anything like this, much less stringing. So we taught him how to do a double strand turquoise bracelet. Now he picked the beads. He had a vision. He knew exactly what he wanted. Turquoise, tiny, and he wanted it to fit, not too tight, not too loose. And so we made it. Now, when Kyle was doing it, we did a quick video because I gave him a tip on how to string no, one of his beads is like 1.8 millimeters, so tiny, 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 tiny. So I, I showed him how to transfer the beads to his beading material. And I want to play that for you. It's 1 minute. So please take a minute to watch this with us and you can see what Kyle learned. And he's beading for the very first time. He picked some turquoise. Kyle, what do you think so far?
I think it's so cool. It's a lot of fun. I love it.
Yay.
Jamie showed me a lot.
So the technique he's doing is a stringing trick that we do when the beads are really tiny. So he's working with 2 millimeter beads. So I instructed him and he's doing it as a beginner, first time beader. So I know there's many of you that can't. So you pull a portion, maybe about 1/2 inch of beads, and you're gonna pinch it very tight between your 2 fingers and remove the thread. Once the thread is removed, Kyle will then take his beading cable, and he is using a 0.010 for this one, and approach it and go into the beads. You might have to roll the bead set between your fingers if you don't feel it going through, but if you keep poking gently, it'll work its way through all of the beads that are pinched in your finger. Some of them may not, it's okay, but the bulk of them are on there. And this is a very easy way of stringing when you have a lot to do and they're very, very tiny. It's the pinch and push technique. You like it?
Pinch and push, that's the name of the game.
All right.
Thanks, Jamie.
Okay. So that was Mr. Kyle. And it was so cute that Sandra was like, I want to make the same bracelet. So let me show you how to do that. Okay. Just making sure that we're back on. Here is the bracelet. It is 2 strands of turquoise. And it's very, very, very tiny turquoise. What's nice about using tiny turquoise, and I want to tell you the size, one is smaller than a seed bead. Okay, one's 2 millimeters and one is 1.8. Very, very small. But when you're using this, you can use a small cable. So when you use a small cable, sometimes you can get 2 into the crimp, 2 into the wire protector, and we think that is so awesome. So now I am going to ask because I'm not sure like where you guys are in your stringing careers, if you have questions, but I will show you the different sizes of cable and the recommended practices with each one, like what beads can you put them in. So this bead, because the holes are really tiny, we use 0.010. I'm going to show you that next to two different sizes. This is my personal favorite, the 014. That's the medium. This is the thicker one, the 019. And hopefully like the visual is like clear enough that you can see with your naked eye. The 019 is the thickest. The 014 is the middle. Middle ground is always nice. And the 010 is the thinnest. So now you would probably think, when in doubt, to go with the smallest cable, right? No. You want to go with the cable that fits. If your cable is too tiny, then it's going to bend in an unpleasant way. If your cable is too thick, it won't fit. But if your cable is really tiny, you can always double it up if you need a thicker one. Okay, so here's the thinnest. We can use that with bead holes like that are like 26 gauge. If a 26 gauge, 28 gauge wire fits through there, you can use this. Then the 014 is a middle ground. You can use that on something that a 26 gauge or 24 gauge would fit. Even a 22 gauge wire. You can use it on freshwater pearls that are about 4 millimeters, gemstones that are about 4 to 6 millimeters. Then you have this large one that is 019. Now, the diameters that I'm telling you when I say 019, 0.019, that is the inch. Okay, 0.010 is of an inch. So this is the thicket. There is one thicker. That's the 0.024. I'm not showing you that because we actually sell that so infrequently. Like I think if you're going to do something really heavy with heavy glass beads, multiple shells, but this is the 019, and you can put that in large beads like 10 millimeter, 12 millimeter straight stringing necklaces. And so the one we're using today is the 0.010. Now there's different kinds of cables, but what this is a stainless steel cable that is twisted and encased in plastic. So that means that it is stretch proof, but you can bend it. And once you crimp it or once you kink it, the kink doesn't easily come out. Let me show you. Okay. So let's say you take it and you're like, I am going to, but this is the soft touch. This is the softest premium one. So it is a little bit harder to just kink, as you could see. But once you have it in there, it is pretty permanent. It's not like it's just going to come out. So you don't want to treat it roughly. You don't want to squeeze it. If at all possible, treat it as gently as you can. Once it's in a curved object like this, you're good. But when it's just lying about, yeah, once you crease it this much, it is a very nice and permanent crease. Okay, so those are the three different kinds of beading cable sizes you can think about when you're going to string. And the only way to know what you're going to use is to test it. So for example, if you have a bead and you're like, what fits into it? You must poke it. That is pretty much the only way. I do suggest you make a tester. If you don't know what a tester looks like, I'll show you ours. It's basically a piece of paper that you're going to write the size on. Okay. So you take a piece of paper, write the size of your cable on it, and attach a length. This is a wire, but this is a big sample so you can see here is the paper, here is your attachment, and then you would have all of your gauges that you can carry around when you need it. So that is one of the tips, is make your own wire tester. So when it comes time to poke it, you're ready. Now, Kyle's bracelet, he used two kinds of turquoise. I'm going to show them to you because we love them so much. It ended up to be so beautiful. Sandra made one. I got the supplies. I'm going to make one. Kyle lives on the mainland. So he went home and he took his. he had to give it away. So I will show you Sandra's. Okay, this is Sandra's right here. And this is what it looks like. So lovely. It is. Okay. So this is two different kinds of seed beads. One looks like Delicas. This is gem 825. Gem 825 is turquoise. Now, turquoise is on the chalkier side. So you want to be careful. Like this is when it's this tiny, you can take and treat it like a seed bead and crack them. Just that's just how it is because it is on the softer side. So just be careful. This is not something that you want to wear when you're going paddling, surfing. These are very tiny, tiny little turquoises. This is gem 825. So if you want to grab anything today, you can throw it in your cart. Your cart is going to, if you're on Facebook, okay, if you're on Facebook, the nice part is you can use Messenger to purchase something. If you're on Instagram, you can do it. If you're on YouTube, you just note that you like Gem 825 and then you contact us and we'll get it out to you. So this is what this looks like. Very, very tiny, about 1.8 millimeters. And that is, so this one is more of a sky blue, like it's a medium blue. It doesn't have too much green in it. And then I combined that with, well, Kyle combined it with gem 2050. There's very few things I'm going to show you today, but I am going to show you in case you want to make it. This is this strand. It's faceted round, and you can see that there's some color graduation in there. So it goes from like a light to a medium to a slightly darker. So that's gem 2050. And if you noted, this one says Arizona on it. So these can either be from, these are like nuts. I don't think these are
Okay.
Sleeping Beauty.
So
This one is like Bisbee.
It could be
or
Arizona or Nevada.
I'm trying to think of some of the mines that this could have been from, but it has like it has that sky blue and it goes to like a little bit
Kingman.
darker. Yes, I was just thinking it has that Kingman colors in there. And it doesn't have too much of this color. So by putting them together, you can definitely see that they're different. So this gem 2050. Now, what we did was we took both of the strands of the 0.010. So we use that on these tiny ones. And we put it both up into the crimp. So the two strands went into one crimp and then into one wire protector and back down into the crimp. So you treat it like one. Now, if you have any questions about it, ask me. I can show you what I mean. If you've never done basic crimping before, I am watching the comments so that way I can see if you do have any questions, I can totally answer them. We put our favorite clasp on here. This is called a lobster clasp. Now, if you are used to using lobster clasps, you know how strong they are. Another option is a spring ring. So like that's right here. The spring ring and the lobster perform quite differently. The spring ring is held in place by a tiny little piece of wire that kind of squeezes back and forth in there. So it breaks a little bit more easily. The lobster is more durable. It has a pullback, like hinge style on there. And this is a 13 millimeter. So the 13 millimeter lobster is our favorite. So I don't know if you guys know that prices of gold has gone up. So when you shop on our site, we want to let you know that what we did to accommodate the gold prices going up was we started putting things in quantities. So if you buy one piece, it costs more. If you buy multiple pieces, it will cost less. So when you go to the site, please look for that. And if you ever have questions, let us know. So this is the 13 millimeter lobster, comes in sterling silver, gold fill, and rose gold filled. Just high quality metals. Oh, another reason why I use the lobster is because it's heavier. And so when you wear a tiny bracelet like this and you want the weight of, the gravity to pull the weight of the bracelet down, so you're not wearing it like this, you want the clasp at the bottom, put a heavy clasp and then it'll turn. One more thing you can do is put a charm here. So if you wrap a charm, this is not a charm, this is my earring, but if you wrap a charm to it, oh, a peacock bead would be so cute, then it will never be able to turn to the top. So always use ballast or weights when you're designing, and that will keep things from spinning.
Nice.
Thank you. I
And you
will
guys
let
talked about
Sandra
the.
know.
Did you guys talk about the twist crimp and all that fun stuff?
And not yet. So I talked about the lobster.
Mhm.
Oh, so the wire protector. Now, if you've never used wire protectors before, we love them. The name wire protector is exactly what it does. It protects the wire. So this piece we have right here. Now, when this pulls against the ring or the clasp, it's covering your beading cable so it can't break through. Now, this is a large wire protector. I'm recommending this one because we put 2 strands of cable through it. You can't fit 2 strands of cable in the small wire protector. So we recommend using the large wire protector when you want to use 2 cables. I think it might even fit 2 of the 014s. I can test that for you if you want me to find out.
Yeah, you might.
Oh, thank you. My Halloween bracelet. Oh, we just got Calvin finished his last batch of candy corn for the year. He made one batch, I think, during the summer, and then he brought in, I think I have 18 pieces more. So if you're interested in candy corn, make sure you let me know, okay? All right. So that's the wire protector. And then I used twist crimps. Twist crimps are wonderful. Twist crimps are our favorite. So it has a line inside the crimp. So it's not a smooth barrel. It's got a line so that when you squeeze the crimp, that line presses into the cable and it really locks it down. So that is a twist crimp. Comes in sterling, comes in gold fill, and that is the hugest difference. When we get people come in and say, my cable fell out of my crimp, it's usually because that they're using the smooth tube or a ball style. So those are crimps. All right. I want to say thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to be returning this lovely bracelet to my friend soon. So I was like, oh, my, can I borrow it so I can show everyone what it looks like? I'll put it on my wrist. And if you have a problem getting things on, my suggestion is put a charm on the ring because that'll hold it in place when you attack it.
Nice.
Oh, Sylvia says, please test to see if 2 strands of 0.014 will fit. Of course, Miss Sylvia, I can do that. Okay, this is 1. Yep. Ta-da! So if you are using the 0.024, which is the larger wire protector, you can get 2 strands of 0.014 in there.
Oh, I like it.
You know, it'll be interesting. Can I get 2 strands of 0.019? I'm going to find out because that is a question that I would
It's
want to
almost
know.
0.4, yeah.
Yeah.
Already.
But you might be able to get 2 strands
because it
of,
barely gets the 0.24 in there.
yeah, and this is 019.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna- Is it?
No. But can you get an 014 in there?
Maybe.
Maybe, because then you can do a double bracelet with 1 tiny strand and 1 larger. Ugh.
It's not chilly.
Ugh. Okay.
Barely, but
You
wait.
can. Now, you have to move slowly so that you don't. If you pull this really fast, it can be a problem. Like it can create a ripple in your soft legs. It can make it curl. So if you take, you ever took curling ribbon and you took the scissors, you know this trick? Take your scissors. We used to do this when we were younger. Take the ribbon and you go like that and it would curl it. Well, same thing. If you have this stainless steel cable and you pull something really hard against it, you can make it curl just like that. So my recommendation is don't put anything with too much pressure on it, and you're going to end up with curly cable.
There it is.
So I hope you enjoyed those bead tips and these necklaces. If you would like any of the pieces, reach out and let us know. I'm so happy to share this lovely bracelet. One more question.
What?
Will two strands of 0.014 go through the 2x2 twist crimp? Well, let me show you.
Gotta go 4 times.
Yeah, because you have to get this to go 4 times. Luckily, our particular crimp can fit this twice. 3 times. I almost want to say for sure because I feel like I just made a bracelet the same way. 4. Dun, dun, dun.
Good job.
So yes, you can use the 0.014 in your 2x2 twists. Well, in our 2x2 twists. Not every crimp is made the same. All right, now I'm really going to go for the day. Thank you very, very much for spending time with us. I hope you have a good weekend. Jason and I will be back. You look forward to watching our shows in replay. Join us live when you can, because then when you come to a live, you can ask us as many questions as you want. When you are watching the replay, you can give it a shot. So we don't always get the notifications. So if you're like, why didn't they answer my question? It's mostly probably because we didn't see it or we weren't notified. What you can do in those situations is go to our website, thebeadgallery.com, and we have a little web chat. So I'll have Shelby change that to our website. Our website, and then go to the web chat and ask whatever questions you want there, because we can always find it. Okay.
So
I'm
to
gonna see if there's
Steven, our friend in YouTube, they're called cable wire protectors.
Yes, those little horseshoes, we call them pants because it is like 2 little legs, or you can use them as cable wire protectors. Go press it, Shelby. Good job. So that's our website. You can always email us at request@thebeadgallery.com, where we're so easily found. We are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We've been in business in 27 years, so anything we know, we would love to share. So much happening in here. We need to get it out. So thank you for joining us, and we will see you guys soon. Jason, you want to give a shaka?
The shotgun.